Good morning, good morning. It is Taylor Thought Tuesday. You know what it is, the cat in the hat, your resident fly guy, your chief architect, Michael Andrew of StyleArchitects.com, here to help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to the styling thing. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. It's beautiful here in Atlanta. It's been uh, really getting us into the fullness of spring, so I'm enjoying that. Today we're going to be continuing our conversation about pants. This week we're talking about the mistakes that men are making when it comes to their pants. And while on Friday you will be receiving some tactical elements that you can begin pinpointing when it comes to your breeches, your trousers, your pantalones, your pants, right? Um, I wanted to make sure that I gave you something to try on for the mistakes that men are making when it comes to conceptual things for Taylor Thought Tuesdays. And one of the things that I think that men are making huge uh, mistakes on, and when I say mistakes, I mean a mistake, a missed opportunity, a missed space of a misplaced expression, right? Are in making sure that they are going to be intentional about what they are creating as a center of attention. Now, last week, if you paid attention to what we were talking about on Style Speaks, the reason why pants are a center of attention is because one of the reasons why is because you can't hide those clothing. But the other thing is that it's probably going to cover the largest mass of your body type, unless you have a longer torso, and in which case it'll probably be balanced. And so what often ends up happening for a lot of guys is they end up going to buy stuff that is not going to be beneficial to them. And one of the biggest mistakes that they go out and they buy are pants that are not conducive to their height, their weight, to their the functionality of how they're moving. And what that ends up costing them is not only time and money, but it also costs them their confidence. We have to put on one leg, our pants on one leg at a time. We really are going through a process of pulling ourselves up, pulling our awareness up, pulling our energy up, pulling our esteem up. And when your trousers sit too low because you have a smaller rise, and the pants are coming up under your belly and you seeing your belly flop over your pants, you can't really be pulling up an esteem that much. It really is actually pulling up an awareness that you either need to lose weight, or that you're bigger, or it's reinforcing that feeling of bigness and grandeur. And some guys are able to accept that, acknowledge that, and appreciate that about themselves. But the average guy is making comparisons to somebody else or wherever they are. And so because of that, you're pulling up the awareness that you aren't where you need to be. A lot of guys are wearing their pants too tight, right? And so what they're pulling up is constriction. Like there's nothing worse than a dude who is over the age of 25 who's jumping up and down and getting in the pants. I'm gonna be on 18, 19-year-old, like, right? No dude should be jumping up to get inside his pants, but especially at that age where you are 25, 26 and supposed to have some awareness of yourself, really becoming engaged with who you are and what you're about. Like, that's crazy. You look immature. You're pulling up immaturity. You're trying to jump up and down into immaturity. And so that's not a representation of how you want to look. When it comes to your clothing, you always want to make sure that you're staying in character for who you are. So the last thing that a lot of guys will run into is that they are pulling up a character that's somebody else's, that's not their own. Like for me, when I'm pulling up my pants, when I'm pulling and fastening those things together, it really creates a security of who I am. Now again, I'm a little bit older now, so I'm gaining a little bit of weight. And it will remind me, listen, if you need these pants to fit, you need to make sure you're working out and staying fit, eating healthy, and doing all those different types of things. So for me, it's pulling up reminders of sustainability from myself, because I make investments into my clothing. I want to make sure that I can utilize and get the biggest return on those investments. So because of that, I would challenge you and implore you to make sure that you're pulling up a sense of self, a sense of self-esteem, a sense of awareness, a sense of success, and a sense of confidence when you're pulling up your pants and making sure that they are secured and putting that all together. Because if you can do that, then I promise you that you will center your attention on that confidence, on that assertiveness, and on that awareness, and you will show up more impactfully in your spaces. So that's it. Just gonna leave you with that, so you can try it on, see how it fits you. I hope it serves you. If you have any questions about what you may be pulling up when you're putting on your pants, or if you need some guidance in that space, please feel free to leave me some comments in the comment box. I always do check them, and I will respond. Please make sure that if you found this information informative, that you give this a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're feeling the vibe, and make sure that you check out some of the other videos that we have been posting. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, to make sure that you are getting what you need when it comes to style. Lastly, don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind, so you should always dress to express. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.